As the saying goes, he has the head.
Oh, yeah.
I have the neck. But the neck turns the head anywhere she wants to.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
You've been waiting for that moment.
She wanted to get that on camera.
It's actually our daughter's phrase.
Yeah.
She reminds me.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. You're both amazing. So this energy, I'm sure, translates into your business and out to the women. It's not just women, actually. Men. I know men join this organization as well.
That's right.
And it's kind of like, what was that deodorant that it's made for women, but
Oh, yeah, right.
it's strong enough for a man, but
Right,
made for a woman kind of thing.
right.
So this
Right.
eWomen network is
Yeah.
it's strong enough for a man, but it's really made for women.
Yeah. And you know, all kidding aside here, really.
Really?
I think that,
Is that possible?
Well, for about 15 seconds till I get this comment out anyway. And that is that I think that more and more men are really appreciating kind of the difference in how women approach business. And it is different. It's not that one is better or worse or right or wrong. It's just different. And honoring a philosophy of kind of giving first and sharing always. We believe that networking is about giving and not getting. And the best way to build a network is to show up and meet you, for example, and say, how might I help you? What is your biggest business challenge? Who is your ideal customer? And then find ways that I can match you with someone that I know that you may not know. I mean, that's networking at its best, when you can connect two people that didn't previously know each other until you made that connection.
Right.
And it's only natural, you know, that once I've done that you may ask me, and so what is it that you do? And who is your ideal customer? And what is your biggest business challenge? And you may then support me and help me. You might or you might not. So it's not quid pro quo. It's not, you know, tit for tat, or you scratch my back and I'll scratch yours. It's really about just trusting, doing the right thing, helping others to be successful, and knowing that the universe really will rearrange itself. It looks for balance, it looks for equilibrium, and others will show up and help you. Because if you don't help me, you might just know the next guy over there that has a dilemma, and you might say, you know, I know somebody you ought to know.
And it might not have to be immediate. It might be
That's right.
weeks
Oh.
or a year later. And
That is key to it, is this whole thing of, I didn't close a deal tonight. I went there and I met and I networked with the people and no one did a deal with me. It's like,
Right.
relax.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Work on cultivating and building a relationship. You know, we talked about this, the fact that, you know, 50% of all marriages, you know, end in divorce, unfortunately. And they profess their love to God and state, and they fall apart.
Right,
Okay?
right.
And, what is it, 85% of all businesses fail in their first 5 years. You know, so I'm saying with all of this, you have to look at it and say, well, you know, what is the glue here? And the glue is a powerful, strong relationship. And I think that we take the word relationship too casual. I think people, you know, you say networking or relationship, people say, oh, I network. Well, I find that most people really don't network.
That's right.
They think they're networking, but they really don't understand the real
they
principles.
pass out cards.
Yeah, they pass out cards.
Yeah.
Here's what I do. A lot of people think, here's networking. Here's my card. Here's what I do. I networked.
Right.
You see?
And networking.
And then they wonder why they don't get results.
Right.
And they don't follow up. You know, it's
Right.
a whole host
Real
of
networking,
things.
Yeah.
I think, really entails the nuances that Rolodex builders just don't get. You know, it's not about volume.
Right.
It's really about slowing down.
Right.
I would rather meet, in a sea of 1,000 people, I would rather meet 10 fabulous people that I've had a chance to really know and learn and help, and they will know and remember me, and I will know and remember them, versus being able to get my name in front of 1,000 people. That's not networking.
Right.
You know, it's Rolodex building.
That's interesting.
We have.
And that's why you need millions and millions and millions in your database to get those few hits. Well, I'm of the belief, really, that you will grow much faster slowing down, making quality connections.
That's powerful.
Yeah, and we find that initially when we launched eWomen Network, Sandra and I thought that the first thing is we wanted to build this infrastructure and this website, but that was because I thought you could go to Google or Yahoo and you could put in, okay, female plumber, enter, and all the female plumbers would pop up.
You can't?
No, you can't. We made the assumption that women could find each other on the internet in business. No, you get all kinds of stuff. And we thought, this is unbelievable. So the first thing with eWomen Network is we were going to be, and it's eWomen Network because it was really focused at that time on the whole e-trade, e-trade and e-this and eBay and email. So we thought you'd be able to find, we would create a network where we could create an online profile database for women to find other women to do business with, all right? To create that kind of the synergy and the relationships that we want to see happen in the women's business market. Again, we're back to what Sandra's challenge was.
Right.
And no sooner that we start that than that women want to say, oh, you're in Dallas, or I'm in St. Louis, you're in St. Louis, let's meet. And we realized that we had to then take what was that online presence and turn that into a meeting. And in fact, we dropped the word meeting. We found that through our focus groups that women, it wasn't that people didn't want to go to another meeting. And that's because what does a meeting conjure up for a lot of people? Everything we do is an event.
Oh.
A simple thing, but everything we do. So
including this is definitely an event.
This is an event.
I bet it's unlike any other event you've had.
You're absolutely right. Our show is called Life Changes with Filippo. Life changes with these two people. So please finish your thought.
But last year, now we're into our 9th year, we did over 2,000 events last year. Okay, we have 118 chapters across the United States and Canada. And over 500,000 women are connected to eWomen Network.
And growing.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And, we monthly have more people join eWomen Network than the largest chamber of commerce in a year joins, in any city. The point of the matter is that we're creating a culture and a place that really honors, celebrates women in a very, very special way. And it's with everything going on in social networking, as strong as a place like Facebook is, we don't get anywhere near, we don't have nowhere near the numbers that Facebook has. What we do have is mighty and strong, and you're talking to another woman who shares your values, shares who you are. Your concept is there to say, how can I help you? So it's interesting how this is all going to shake out over time.
Well, indeed, and it's growing, that's for sure. So tell all our female viewers how they reach you.
Well, you
or the men viewers too, right?
Sure. You can go to eWomenNetwork.com. And people said to us, once we started building this big community, are you going to change it from E? And we talked about it, and we said no, because E stands for enterprising, exciting, engaging, entrepreneurial, exuberant women. And the list goes on. It really still defines women who are clear about a couple of things. We aren't, while you might develop great girlfriends, this isn't the place to come just to get girlfriends. It's a consequence of meeting other women who are clear about their passion, clear about the fact that they deserve their dream, know that they'll best live their dream if they can turn it into a business model which generates cash, that cash is not a dirty 4-letter word, that in fact we can be wealthy in terms of having a wealth of girlfriends, a wealth of opportunity, and a wealth of money. And all of those things combined allow us to be rich in the contributions that we give to this planet.
Wow.
Because when we can write a check, we can change the injustices. We're the ones that show up. Women are the volunteers anyway. That's why we like manicures so much, because we get our hands dirty. Now, though, we can take that ink, we can write the check, and we will change the world in partnership with men. Because all kidding aside, I'm not a male basher. I I believe I'm married to a phenomenal man. I'm raising.
Sorry, what was it?
It's on tape.
Is it on tape?
It's on tape.
Okay.
You got that, right?
Okay, because I'm only going to say it once in a day.
Okay, no, go ahead, honey.
You're on a roll. You stop there.
I'm raising what I think is a pretty phenomenal son. I wouldn't want to go through this journey, without either one of them. I think men have contributed a tremendous amount to this planet, and I believe that they will continue to do that. What I also know to be true is that there is something missing, and when we do come together and everybody is included, we will, in fact, make the change that our world is begging us, is asking us to make. And we will create the harmony, I think, ultimately, that we're all longing for.
There we go. Well, thank you for being the change we all wish to see in the world. And all those E's that you said that E represents, I get the feeling that you all represent those too. So this has been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you.
eWomen Network, we're talking to Sandra and Kym Yancey. Thank you for joining us on Life Changes with Filippo. See you soon.